Hi everyone, it's Tony. It's been a while. Things were a little bit hectic. I do have a full-time job and there was the election and holidays and things like that. So I didn't really get to filming as much as I really wanted to. Since I've last seen you, I've also gotten the Pure and Raw Beauty Christy palette. Today I ordered a rainbow palette and the Baby Yoda palette from ColourPop. And I got a Pat McGrath palette during their sale. And I'm planning on getting the Raw Beauty Christy and ColourPop collab when they restock in a couple weeks. So we are about to have tons of things to choose from and talk about. But in the meantime, I thought I would film an empties video for you guys since the box that I usually keep them in is starting to overflow.
It's trash.
But let's get into it. On the makeup front, I have a mini of the Lancome Mercier Big Mascara. This is the waterproof one. I don't ever pay full price for high-end mascara. This was probably either a gift with purchase or Sephora point perk, but I will say this is my favorite high-end mascara. I feel like it actually makes a difference, and I would probably pay full price for this one just because I do think it makes such a difference. But I think for an everyday basis, any drugstore mascara is fine. Next, I have this Covergirl brow pencil. It is in the shade Soft Brown, and it has a twist up, it's empty, and then a spoolie on the other side. I do really like this brow pencil. I think it gives a nice soft natural look. However, I have changed the way that I do my eyebrows now, and a pencil doesn't really work because I use either soap or gel, like hair gel that sticks down, and so the pencil doesn't really work through all that product. So I do have another one that I wear for days that I don't feel like putting that much effort into my brows, but I do recommend this if you like brow pencils. I used up a Physicians Formula Eye Booster liquid eyeliner. This is in the shade Ultra Black, which is better than regular black, but I will say I've since gotten the waterproof one, which is even better. The staying power on this is very good, but obviously waterproof is always going to be better. It has a brush tip, and I've gone through probably 4 or 5 of these. I would purchase again. It is on the pricier side for a drugstore. It's like $13 or $14, but it's almost always on sale on Ulta, and I don't do eyeliner that often anymore. So if you're looking for a cheaper mascara than like a high-end one that you'd want to try, I would give this one a shot. I used up an entire concealer. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. I really liked this. It had good coverage without being heavy, and it blended out really well. It had a nice finish. It didn't look dry underneath my eyes, and it lasted a really long time. I will say, as I got to the end and I wanted to kind of start scraping the sides, the wand just straight up broke off of the cap, and so that was pretty much it for me. It was done after that, but that didn't happen until the very end. So I would definitely buy this again. Right now I have other concealers to work through, but I do really like this one. I have the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, the one that smells like chocolate. As you can see, I do have like some around the edges here, but I just find it so difficult to get my brush in there and get enough product on to build it up where it has a finish that I like. And I honestly think that this is a pretty big feat in its own to use up an entire bronzer like this. It was pretty much the only bronzer I used for a year and a half maybe. So I really do like it. Again, I would probably purchase if I didn't have other things to work through. I have probably gone through 5 or 6 of these Clinique Take the Day Off cleansing balms. It lasts a super long time, and I've been using it for years, but I will recently say that I've started using the DHC cleansing oil, and I like that so much better. It's just so easier in a pump. It's not as messy, and it does still get all of my makeup off. And the one complaint I had about this was that it would do that thing where if it gets in your eyes and it doesn't wash out all the way and your vision's a little bit blurry after you wash your face. And so even though I do think this does a great job of getting all your makeup off, I've found something that I like better now. I went through a travel size and a full size of the Tarte Knockout Toner. This is an exfoliating toner. It has salicylic and lactic acid in it. I will say the very first time that I used this, I noticed such a huge difference overnight. I had a big zit right here, and it was pretty much like almost gone the next morning, and my skin had like an overall glow and just looked more even and bright overall. As I kept using it, the difference wasn't as dramatic every time, so I decided to try something different, but I'm not quite happy with it. So if I don't find something that I want to try next instead, I will probably go back to this. Let's talk sunscreen. I went through a whole bottle of the Supergoop Play Everyday sunscreen. This is actually my second one, and this is the new packaging. It used to have different packaging, and it was a little bit bigger. I will say that I thought for a while that it was worth the money because of how little you had to use to get all over your face, and then I learned that I'm not really putting on enough sunscreen if I do it that way. So then the end of the bottle went a lot quicker, and I just don't know that it's worth the price anymore, especially because I found something that I like better. This is the Beet Shield Sunscreen from Krave Beauty. If you have TikTok and you're on skincare TikTok, I'm sure that you've heard about Krave Beauty. This sunscreen, I'm not gonna lie to you, it is very small. But the consistency is amazing. It feels so good putting it on. It does not leave a white cast. It makes your skin look subtly glowy all day. Even though it is pricier for the amount that you get, I think it's worth it, and I've already purchased another one, and I probably will continue to purchase this. It does kind of look like toaster strudel icing when it comes out, so I just kind of toaster strudel it on and rub it in my face, but until I find something I want to try more, I'm going to keep sticking to this. I used to have this as my go-to, the Simple Replenishing Moisturizer as my day-to-day moisturizer. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I went through several bottles and it's fine. I just kind of wanted to switch it up. So I have something else that I'll talk about next, but I think that this is a totally fine option if you want to buy from the drugstore and have something that's a bit cost effective. So instead, lately I have been using the Gray Barrier Relief from Krave Beauty. It is kind of meant to be a repairing serum, but it does say that you could use it as a moisturizer instead. So I use this every day as my morning moisturizer. I'm not gonna lie to you, it does smell pretty bad. I don't know how to describe it. It's like earthy, but not in a good, appealing way. But I don't find that it lingers. Like after I've rubbed it in, I can't smell it anymore. I do have another bottle of this that I'm using right now, but I will probably end up switching just because it is kind of a smaller bottle. I don't love the smell, and I'm ready to try something new. This, on the other hand, is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. This is my number one ride or die nighttime moisturizer. I have been using this for probably 6 or 7 years now, and this is the best value. I love the tube. I hate getting it in the little tub, and so I'm kind of upset that they don't regularly sell the tube anymore, like on Sephora. I ended up getting the Krave Beauty Oat Simple Cream, and it is a good moisturizer, but I don't feel like it's hydrating enough, especially for nighttime and now going into winter, so I'm really missing this. So I ended up actually getting it today during the Black Friday sale that they had, and I'm really excited to get it back because it's just perfect to me. I have dry skin, and I think that it sinks in really quickly. A little bit goes a long way, so it lasts you a really long time and it doesn't feel heavy or greasy. I have 2 eye creams here. This is the Sephora HYA cream. It's like $16 or $17, so it's a pretty good deal for the amount that you get because it lasts quite a while. I think it's pretty hydrating under the eyes. It's pretty simple. There's nothing special about it. I get this when I don't feel like splurging on this one, which is the Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. This smells really nice. It has like a very slight citrus scent. The consistency is really great, and it is not only moisturizing, but a little bit reflective. So putting it underneath your eye, underneath makeup really helps. And I have a mini size of this still that I'm going through, but it's basically been said that eye cream is just glorified moisturizer. You don't need a separate eye cream, just put your moisturizer underneath your eyes. So once I run out, I think I'm gonna start doing that and see how that works out for me, because this is like, I think like $42, which is a little bit insane. It does last quite a long time, but still, if that's just another thing that I can eliminate completely, then I'm gonna try it. This is the Ordinary Copper Peptides Buffet Serum. I use this every morning, just like 3 drops, and I think it just kind of helps keep my complexion even. It's supposed to help with cell turnover and collagen and stuff like that. So it's not like I notice a day-to-day dramatic difference, but I think it is helping overall. And out of the Ordinary items, it is pricier. Usually the Ordinary can be like $5 to $8 for something, and I think this is like $25. But I only go through it every few months, so I'm gonna keep using it. I know they're having a sale right now, so I'll probably stock up here soon. This is the Trader Joe's Moisturizing Cream Shave in Honey Mango. It's the only scent that they have, but for a while, every time I went, I was buying these like 2 at a time so that I wouldn't run out, and now I have way too many. This is so much better than shaving cream to me. I don't like that shaving cream can be sticky and thick and clog up your razor. This is like almost like a conditioner like consistency, and it smells so good, and it doesn't clog up your razor. It's very easy to spread on your legs, and it prevents cuts and from making my skin irritated. And it's only like $3, so super affordable. I used up an entire Olaplex number 3. I've gone through about 5 of these. I would do them every so often, especially when my hair was even lighter, because it just helps my hair stay healthy. I do think it is a little bit pricey for the amount that you get, because I probably only get 2 to 3 uses out of this little bottle just because I have so much hair. I do think it works, and I would only do it about once a month, so I will get it every so often to kind of treat myself. This is the SheaMoisture Manuka Honey Mask. It smells really good, and it has the perfect consistency where it's not too thick, but it's easy to spread over your hair. And I think it really does make a difference. However, I do think that this is discontinued because they took it off of the Ulta website, and then I only found one at a Marshall's randomly. So I do have another one that I'm using. But after that, I think I'm going to have to find something else because this doesn't seem to be an option anymore. So if you have a favorite affordable hair mask or deep conditioner, let me know. And finally, I went through 2 of the Kristin S glosses in the past couple of months. I will put a picture here of what my hair looked like to begin with. And then I did the winter wheat one, so I will put up the picture here of what it looked like after that. And then a couple weeks later, I decided to get the Smoky Topaz, which is a little bit more brunette, and this is what it ended up looking like afterward. That was probably about 3 weeks ago, and this is what my hair looks like now. So still shiny and still a little bit cooler and darker than we started out with, but it's definitely lightening up again. They're like $14 and they last 3 to 4 washes. I think it's a great way to kind of switch up your hair, maybe see what you would like going just a smidge lighter, just a smidge darker. I think it's a great option to kind of just refresh your hair, especially right now when it's not really ideal to be getting your hair done as often as maybe you would. So I like doing that just to kind of switch things up and make it feel like I'm getting something done again. All right, that's everything that I've used up over the past few months. I will have lots of looks coming for you with all the new palettes that I've gotten and am getting. Let me know what kinds of things you've been buying over and over again, or what things you've been really loving right now. And until then, I will see you next time.